The Grubs actually feel incredibly impactful in this game with the Azir and the Gwen on opposite sides here, and the power they can get with side laning. The Azir can set up Sundis turrets to look for objective control. Even mid lane control can be very powerful there if you have the Herald to get the mid turret early.
You're hooking a target that's basically unkillable. Now, Career keeps going in onto the Corki. This isn't looking good. He is going to have to flash away. Does use his Ignite. It's a lot of trade back potential, but now the flash in onto Smash, who also went too far. Duckdom has his flash too, and with the barrier coming in, Duckdom getting super low. But it's just going to be first blood going over to Peter. Career desperate for something back, and they even give the kill to Duckdom 2-0.
We might have another skirmish here, so I'll get back to it later. Peter is take a bit of damage.
He's level 6 though to Career's level 5, and Closer's here first. That's a flash away from Lucid already. Lots of poke damage though coming out from Smash, and now Showmaker gets on over. They get the kill onto Peter, but Pyosik is going to get away. Closer as well on very little mana, or rather health.
Going to be quite valuable for Shiu. Has a jungler coming up.
Yeah, the top dives for Pyosik, sometimes a little bit iffy. This time it will be as well, as Lucid is here, and Pyosik going to be slowed down. The needles though will prevent them from following, and also importantly, Closer here as the knockback does come in, and Lucid super low goes into his ult and gets a rock to the face as Closer on the roam makes a big play.
Showmaker is going to get some plate gold, but actually Duckdom is there to answer the push, so looks like nothing too crazy going to happen for this Azir in the mid lane, and they're going for a follow-up dive.
Yeah, they might as well. The depth charge is here for Peter. Shiu doesn't have his ult or flash. It's just free food, and Peter's able to tank it as well.
Without any punish. Career wants to come over and punish, but can't.
They're looking for Career now, actually, who does have his flash and Eclipse. Takes a big chunk of damage, but now Closer looking to get into the fight. They're going to get the flash out of Career for their troubles. Looking for more as Lucid going to get ulted and knocked back into the depth charge. He doesn't get to play the game, as the Xin Zhao is tanking up quite a bit, actually, with his ult, and down will go Closer as Smash doing quite a lot in this scrappy skirmish, and now Duckdom tries to go in on a Showmaker and just dies to him. And it's only Pyosik left alive against 3, and eventually he will just die to Ignite. And DNS, I was just saying, one of the ways you throw this early lead is by being too over-aggressive, and that they do. Especially at the Xin Zhao, like he's one of the best junglers at absorbing pressure, and now we're just fighting again. His Closer is going to have to flash away. And Duckdom says, hey, how about I start up this dragon? He is going to have to Valkyrie out of here, and it looks like Peter is not going to be in the pit for very long. As down he will go, Showmaker collects another kill, and Lucid hits level 11.
I don't think they do either, and that is going to be 2 dragons and the Herald. Of course, not Grubs, but Herald.
Yeah.
Which can do some serious damage on its own.
Yeah, I think they wanted to try to collapse into the fight and then realized that they were being collapsed on faster. And then they just tried to abandon ship, and it looked very silly. As now we're going in. Again, this is Lucid, level 11, an item and a half. Doesn't really care about too much, but has less of his team around this time. So will survive for quite a long time, but does eventually go down. Pyosik picks up the kill.
I don't know if it's worth if you lose 2 turrets, though.
No.
I think it's absolutely worth. Like, Lucid might be, if we were doing player of the game, like he might be the leader at 0-3-5 right now. Because he kind of just keeps pressing hard, his team is winning otherwise. You can see there's just not really a play to make for DNS's comp.
Pyosik just queued in, and now it's going to spark a team fight here as he goes back in on a Showmaker, gets the arm guard. Lucid, again, does not take any damage, but he's always in the front, so they always have to attack him. You got to pull the trigger now. You drop the Rift Herald, take the Dragon, get that on its cooldown timer so you can, you know, pressure. Instead, they're just going to try to push mid, and Lucid's going to die. Yeah, I don't know. Career gonna hit the wall as well as Duckdom's going in, nearly takes out Smash as the flash on in from Peter to block the Mystic shot. And he's gonna die instead, but now we got a Gwen in the party as Smash goes down to the Gwen. It's a massive shutdown for Dudu. And all of a sudden, one big mistake for DK, and they didn't even get the Dragon. Against Showmaker and Shiu, so they couldn't do the Dragon. So Dplus actually going to get Cloud Soul points, and obviously feels very good on this team, and also taken away from DNS feels great, away from the Gwen specifically.
The DNS get back in the game, so I can understand the caution, but maybe a little bit too passive here, Dplus.
Yeah, got to make some plays. Looks like they're
listening.
They were thinking about it. They were thinking about making a play. That's the first step for making a play.
Yeah, identify the play and
Yeah.
then execute.
Now Peter, oh, they're trying to collapse on this actually with a TP. A lot of DK is around, but this Gwen is going to be in a great spot, and Dplus kind of just on the run as Lucid, once again, just the punching bag. He does not have flash. Down he will go, and they just say, hey, there's a Baron here. Maybe we can take it. No. Pyosik nearly dies, and they certainly can't just take the Baron.
Power from it, and I think that might be the timing here. As the Dragon spawns, they do have that setup a little bit slower than I expected, as here's the engage.
Yeah, once again, it's DNS who are pulling the trigger, and Dplus are just running away. Career's just dead. I mean, Flash and Ignite gone, and he's just dead.
And it's just Nautilus ult. Like, they still have the Vi ultimate available here.
They're trying to fight for this. I'm not sure they're in a position to really do that, although a lot of damage does go into Peter. Pyosik going to go on a magical journey of his own and just kind of die. Meanwhile, Siu's going 1v3, takes him out. They get on top of Closer as well, and Dudu doesn't quite have the damage, gets pushed over the wall. Dukdom, though, goes back in and just dies, and the 4v5 goes handily to Dplus.
Dudu is like not able to join.
Yeah. DK just getting the Baron, by the way.
Yeah. I think that might have been the game-losing fight for DNS, because this is Dom in this game. Better than a 2-5 and 9 Xinjiao, right? Well, not really.
Lucid still POG.
People forget. People forget that Pyosik does occasionally make decision-making and judgment errors in these types of games.
We're on Vi, and you're gonna get punished for it. Now, objective bounty does go over to Dudu, but Dplus don't really care about that, just pushing with the Baron as much as they can. And Dudu says, I'm going to go even further. I'm thinking about this bottom inner for their second turret of the game, but the two inhibitors looks like that was kind of a foregone conclusion, so DNS do not even fight for it. Try to get some gold in the lane.
2 turrets. Unfortunately, smashes Ezreal, so he's kind of safe.
Yeah.
He's not really very easy to kill. Zonia's and
Azir's
Flash
very safe.
Yeah, from Showmaker, so I think this composition has unfortunately just kind of
expired.
It's expired. It's missed its windows.
I think Dudu probably gonna have to stop the top wave here soon.
Yeah, you'll have to back and then TP back to the fight.
Yeah, gonna go in onto Career. Not a big surprise there. Dukdom avoiding the public execution, and now they're going in onto Shiu, but that's not a good target as Pyosik goes into his GA and Career survives. Peter gonna go down, and so should Pyosik follow. Dudu just out of the fight, not really able to do much, taking a 1v1 against Showmaker while the rest of the team just dies, although Dukdom did get 2 kills somehow.
The inhibitors respawn.
But eventually Dudu will also go down. It's a quadra kill for the Ezreal, but it's not going to be the Penta. And with a giant wave in the top lane and a lost fight, Dplus will just win game 1.
Yeah, the Ezreal comes over here as the inhibitors respawn awkwardly. So these minions will be very sad for a moment until Smash fixes that. And now the game will end. Bit of a passive one from Dplus. I think in a lot of ways played not to lose rather than to play to win quickly. But slow and steady wins the race. Everyone knows the story of the tortoise and the hare.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.